Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome back to the Cricket Happening Show today with your host Ram Des on a Friday evening. Well, dear friends and subscribers, today we had another good game of cricket which was played in the Indian Premier League. This match was between Kolkata Knight Riders versus the Delhi Capitals, and it was the 26th match of the Indian Premier League. It was a very, very good, very interesting match, which went till the 19th over, but in the end, it was Kolkata Knight Riders were the ones who were tamed by the Delhi Capitals, as Delhi Capitals won the match by 7 wickets with Shikhar Dhawan, missing a century by making 97 not out, which was very good to see. And Colin Ingram was the one who made the honours by hitting the winning six. So, this particular match between Delhi Capitals and Kolkata Knight Riders, Delhi Capitals winning the match by 7 wickets with 7 balls to spare. It was the 26th match of the Indian Premier League 2019, which was played at the Eden Gardens in Kolkata. So let's have a look. So the home team really not pleasing their home fans today. But well, always, as I said, Andre Russell is someone who always does his job, and today too he showed his pyrotechnics. And this time, today his battle was against one of the very, very furious fast bowlers of the current generation, Kagiso Rabada, who was slammed for 3 sixes by Andre Russell. So I'll be talking about that. So let's look at what really happened. So this is something which I'm going to talk about. The other things that I have the other thing is that in international match, which is the second one-day international between Zimbabwe and United Arab Emirates, which was decided by the Dr. Lewis method because of persistent rain, but it was the Zimbabweans who actually won the match with Chakabwa. Regis Chakabwa actually registering his maiden 50 in one-day internationals, also going on to make his highest score in one-day internationals. And the two matches that are coming up tomorrow, Mumbai Indians are taking on the Rajasthan Royals, which I'll be talking about in a very brief manner probably. And as you know, Royal Challengers Bangalore have been hunting for their first victory. Will they be able to break the hoodoo here and register their first ever win against Kings XI Punjab? But we all know that Kings XI Punjab are a very, very strong team. So that is something. So let's look at the card. So today we had a surprise in the case of the Kolkata Knight Riders. The Kolkata Knight Riders trusted Joe Denley as an opener today, and Joe Denley was opening with Shubman Gill. And Joe Denley, on the very, very first delivery that he received from Ishan Sharma, a real corker of a delivery which actually sneaked in between the bat and pad gap of Joe Denley and scattered his stumps. And Joe Denley was gone bowled by Sharma for naught. So this was a golden duck collected by Joe Denley, who was playing his first game in the IPL. Shubman Gill was the youngster who was given a chance to open the innings, and what a knock from Shubman Gill. He was joined in by Robin Uthappa, and Robin Uthappa, as you know, is another very good batsman. So with Robin Uthappa and Shubman Gill really leading the innings there, from losing Joe Denley very cheaply for a knot. It was some work to be done, and Robin Uthappa is someone who likes to play strokes. He definitely did that. He got good company from Shubman Gill, which rubbed off on him after Robin Uthappa had started playing in that aggressive vein of his. We saw Shubman Gill get into the act as well. Shubman Gill played some very, very good classical shots. It was really, really good to see. He also lofted, I think he hit 2 sixes as well. It was a very good knock, and Shubman Gill and Robin Uthappa went about their task in a very good manner as they realized 63 runs for the second wicket, which occupied 8.4 overs. So precisely, if you see, 68 deliveries were taken, and they made 63 runs. But nevertheless, they definitely needed to consolidate things after losing Joe Denley, which they did perfectly. After that, the first wicket to go was that of I think it was Robin Uthappa was the first wicket to go, and Robin Uthappa He was caught behind by Rishabh Pant of the bowling of Rabada. This was a short ball, Robin Uthappa shaped to hook it. The ball took the glove, and Pant actually took a good catch as a keeper of the bowling of Rabada. So Uthappa making 28 of 30 deliveries, which included 4 fours and 1 6. Now Nitesh Rana walked in to join a very good, I would say, join a very well set Shubman Gill at the crease. Now Nitesh Rana, as we have seen in the IPL so far, if we look at his IPL history, he peaks at the beginning, and after that it tapers, and this is something a sort of a growing trend for him as far as IPL is concerned. And today too it was one of those cases, as Nitesh Rana's wicket was grabbed by Morris. Morris actually getting Nitesh Rana clean bowled for 11 of 12 deliveries, which included 1 good 6. Nitesh Rana, this was a Yorker from Morris, and Rana trying and gave room for himself to slam the ball through the offside, but it was bowled at some very good pace by Chris Morris, which actually went on to disturb the timber. So he was gone, and in walked in with Shubman Gill at the crease. In walked in the red hot form guy of IPL 2019, Andre Russell. At the other end, it was Shubman Gill. Now Andre Russell walked in. He did not really just came in, just had a sort of a look at things, and in the process we saw Kemo Paul getting the wicket of Shubman Gill. Now this was a length ball from Kemo Paul on the pads of Shubman Gill. One could have said it's easy pickings, but unfortunately Shubman Gill picked it up, but picked it up straight down to the short fine leg region. Patel took the catch, but what an innings from Shubman Gill, a classical knock of 65 of 39 deliveries, which included 7 fours and 2 sixes. Now Andre Russell was joined in by Dinesh Karthik. Rabada was into the attack along with Morris, and Dinesh Karthik could not do much. Rabada pinched him, and he was gone. It was a ball which was clipped away, but again it was hit straight to the fielder. Shikhar Dhawan was the fielder. He was gone for 2, so Karthik gone for 2. And then to complicate matters, at 122, we saw Brathwaite losing his wicket very cheaply, as Kemo Paul got a slower delivery to Brathwaite, and the change of pace really foxed Brathwaite, and it ended up in a simple catch to Tewatia. So Brathwaite is gone for 6. And now the score at 122 for 5, and we were in the 16th over. Now that man who was standing there like a colossus was none other than Andre Russell, and this is what he can do. From 122, he took the score to 161. Now this was a nice juicy battle that started between Kagiso Rabada and Andre Russell. Kagiso Rabada hit Russell on his anatomy. Russell was down, but after that, the way Russell picked up by actually slamming him over the square leg for 6s, over the mid wicket for 6s, it was a real sight to watch. Andre Russell pasting Rabada for 3 6s, and that was a wonderful battle. A fast bowler bowling at very good pace. At the other end, a batsman who has been dominating the IPL 2019 with his pyrotechnics, really won the battle against Rabada by hitting him for 3 6s. And finally, Andre Russell had done his job. The score had moved on to 161, and look at that strike rate of Andre Russell. He was gone. His wicket was a very important wicket, and luckily the Kolkata Knight Riders, unluckily Kolkata Knight Riders losing Russell with the score in 161, and this was in the 19th over, so he definitely did his job and saw to it that Kolkata Knight Riders put up a challenging score on the board. That's what precisely happened. Andre Russell's contribution being 45 of 21 deliveries, which included 3 fours and 4 sixes. It was a full toss from Morris. He went at it hard, and it went straight down the third man's throat, and he was gone. After that, Well, Piyush Chawla was not out on 14 of 6, 2 boundaries. Kuldeep Yadav not out on 2, and Kolkata Knight Riders finishing on 178 for 7 of their 20 overs. If you look at the bowling, Ishan Sharma was absolutely on the money. 4 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 21. Chris Morris, 4 overs, 2 for 38. Kagishwar Abada, 4 overs, no maiden, 2 for 42. Akshat Patel, 4 overs, no maiden, none for 30, and did a good job. And Kimo Paul was amongst the wickets, but was a bit costly at the other end. 4 overs, no maiden, 246. Now, Delhi Capitals were chasing a target of 179 runs to win the match, and Prithvi Shaw walked in with Shikhar Dhawan. Now, Prithvi Shaw, one has seen that he normally, it does not go back and across to the off stump, which is the normal technique. In fact, he goes just outside the leg stump to actually give himself room and play the strokes. And one of those resulted in an early wicket for the Kolkata Knight Riders as Delhi Capitals. The bowler was Prasidh Krishna, and this was very nicely bowled because, as I said, Prithvi Shaw has that ability, not the ability, basically he has that tendency to actually move away from the stumps and try to play the strokes. And there was one delivery which was very well bowled, I thought, and this is something that the opposition bowlers would be really having a close look at. The ball was angling in towards Shaw, and he was looking to drive from the crease, and the ball just nipped away, one could say, and took the edge of Prithvi Shaw's bat, an outside edge, and it was a very good catch taken by a flying Karthik behind the stumps, and that was very good work by Dinesh Karthik, and Prithvi Shaw was a goner. Karthik bowled Prasidh Krishna 14 of 7 deliveries with 2 sixes included in that. So definitely Prithvi Shaw doing a good. In fact, he clubbed Ferguson for 2 sixes. So that is something that's some heavy stuff coming in from this young dapper batsman. Shikhar Dhawan was then joined in by the captain Shreyas Iyer, but unfortunately Shreyas Iyer was an early victim today as Russell picked up his wicket. This one was from Russell. It was a short delivery, and Iyer tried to flick the delivery through the leg side, and it resulted in a fine tickle, one could say, and Karthik behind the stumps once again getting into business, taking a good catch. After that, we had now Shikhar Dhawan at the crease, and he was joined in by Rishabh Pant. Now, with the score on 57 for 2 in the 6th over, and with still a mountain of runs still to get, it was very imperative that Shikhar Dhawan and Rishabh Pant actually built in a very good partnership, and that happened perfectly for them, as from 57 for 2, the Delhi Capitals in their quest for the chase took the score on to 162. That was very well done, I thought. 12 overs occupied and 105 runs added to the good. And Shikhar Dhawan, as you know, really got into his element, and it was just he played a good part. He hit some very nice boundaries. At the other end, Rishabh Pant definitely knew that he had a job to do. Even though he likes to play very aggressively, he definitely did that. He definitely provided glimpses of short strokes, but what he did best was to really look at the game and bat in a very mature manner along with Shikhar Dhawan, and that's what really helped matters as the score moved on to 162 in the 18th over. And then Rishabh Pant finally was a victim of the bowling of Nitesh Rana. He also hit one-handed six. Now that is the precise power that this bloke Rishabh Pant possesses. As you know, Rishabh Pant's knock is something which will do him good. As you know, on April 15th, the Indian think tank or the Indian Cricket Board would be sitting to name the World Cup cricket team for India, which is going to be taking part in the United Kingdom in the year 2019. It's going to be starting in the month of May. So Rishabh Pant definitely did a good turn for himself here, as he played a perfect role here, being a very able foil for Shikhar Dhawan, as Rishabh Pant was out for 46. This time again he was going for a slog against Nitish Rana. It was with a one-handed bat that he hit, but he was caught on the boundary. So you can just imagine, even with the one-handed bat, Rishabh Pant generates so much of power on the bat from the bat that the ball was caught on the boundary by Kuldeep Yadav. So Rishabh Pant was gone for 46 of 31 deliveries, which included 4 fours and 2 sixes. And after that, it was Colin Ingram at the crease. Shikhar Dhawan was still there, so that was the good news for Delhi Capital, that they had a set batsman, Shikhar Dhawan, and one was looking forward to a Shikhar Dhawan century. As IPL made an IPL century, I reckon, but unfortunately it didn't come off as Shikhar Dhawan basically sacrificed his runs. He did not go for a big shot. In fact, under the conditions, he decided to give the strike to Colin Ingram, and Colin Ingram made sure that Delhi Capitals will win this, and Shikhar Dhawan's knock won't be going a waste, as Colin Ingram hit the winning six in the 19th over with 12 runs required. And Colin Ingram was not on 14 of 6 deliveries, 1 4, 1 6. But what a knock from Shikhar Dhawan, 97 not out of 63 deliveries, which included 11 fours and 2 sixes, and a 7-wicket victory for the Delhi Capitals against the Kolkata Knight Riders. And I'm sure they would be very happy with this win because Kolkata Knight Riders, we all know, is a very strong team. If you look at the bowling, Prasidh Krishna, 3 overs 1 for 25. Ferguson was really slammed to all corners of the field by the batsman. 3 overs for 37, probably using his pace to really swivel him around. Andre Russell, 3 overs 1 for 29. Kuldeep Yadav, 4 overs, no made, none for 28. Piyush Chawla, 2.5 overs, no made, none for 35. Received some real stick from the batsmen. Shikhar Dhawan, Pant, and all those batsmen there. Brathwaite, 1 over 13, and Nitesh Ram, 2 overs, no made, 1 for 12. And the man of the match, well, we all know that was Shikhar Dhawan for his wonderful knock. So what a victory here for Delhi Capitals, and this would definitely warm the cockles of their heart, as they knew for a fact that Kolkata Knight Riders were a very, very tough team. So now we go a bit international from the IPL, but on the same token, I would like to tell you that 2 matches coming up tomorrow in the Indian Premier League, and his Mumbai Indians are taking on the Rajasthan Royals, which should be one hell of a game. And the other one, which is coming up on the weekend on a Saturday, is Kings 11 Punjab is taking on the RCB. All eyes on the RCB, as I said, whether they would be in a position to break the hoodoo that they have been passing through without a single victory ever registered in the IPL 2019. Will tomorrow be the day the Royal Challengers Bangalore will really show that they are Royal Challengers here with their first ever win in IPL 2019, and good luck to them. Well, now let's go international a bit here. We are going to the United Arab Emirates, where Zimbabwe and United Arab Emirates were involved in the second one-day international. And in the second one-day international, well, it was decided by the Duckworth-Lewis method due to rain, and the Zimbabweans were the ones who were the victorious ones, as they took a 2-0 lead in the 4-match series. So looking at the card there, for Zimbabwe, it was United Arab Emirates who actually batted first, and they definitely put up a much better show than the first ODI, but rain was something which was really persistent, and it was really causing a lot of interruptions, as United Arab Emirates batting first actually made a 169 for 9 batting first, and this was of 35 overs, so it was basically a 35 overs side a game due to rain. If you look at the United Arab Emirates card there, the highest scorer was the Ashfaq Ahmed was out for 8, Rohan Mustafa was out for 0, Ghulam Shabbar did a good job, 56 of 88 deliveries with 3 sixes, but Mohammad Usman was out for 0. Shaiman Anwar, who is a star for United Arab Emirates, no doubt about it, he's a wonderful all-rounder, and Shaiman Anwar made it really count. What a knock from him. 72 of 73 deliveries, 7 fours and 2 sixes. Was involved in a very good partnership with Ghulam Shabbar for the second wicket, trying to repair the damage when they scored at 12 for 2 at one stage, 12 for 3 in fact, when Mohammad Usman was gone. And it was all thanks to the bowler, Zimbabwean pace bowler Jarvis, who picked up all the 3 wickets to really put the United Arab Emirates on the back foot first up. And then 131 runs partnership happened between Ghulam Shabbar and Shaiman Anwar. Shaiman Anwar making 72 of 73 deliveries, 7 fours and 2 sixes, was the highest scorer for the United Arab Emirates. Other than that, Mohammad Naveed was out for 10, Chirag Suri for 4, Rizwan for 0, Zahur Khan for 2, Imran Haider was not out on 1, and 169 for 9 was what the United Arab Emirates ended up on the board after 35 overs. Jarvis, splendid bowling from Jarvis, 7 overs, 1 maiden, 17 runs and 4 wickets. He was the one who really set the United Arab Emirates absolutely on the back foot. Tandai Chadhara, who did very well in the first ODI, 7 overs, no maiden, 1 for 35. Donald Tripano was amongst the wickets today, 7 overs, no maiden, 3 for 34. Sikandar Raza, 6 overs, was slammed for 41 runs. Sean Williams, 7 overs, 1 maiden, none for 24, did a good turn there. Bhuvan Mavuta could only bowl a single over where he was hit to the tune of 16 runs. Now Zimbabwe were given a target of 180, as I said. Rain was something which was really playing truant there, and the Zimbabweans were given a revised target of 182 runs to win from their 32 overs. They definitely lost Solomon Mai for 14 of 17 deliveries, 1 4 and 1 6. But the man who really happened to help things was a compact player by the name Regis Chakabva, the opener. Now he got his he was the one who, along with Peter Moore, actually got them to victory. Peter Moore was someone who was playing in his aggressive self. He contributed an unbeaten 45, 33 deliveries, which included 1 4 and 3 6s. But Regis Chakabva was the one who really was the sort of the glue that Zimbabwe needed to win this particular match, as Regis Chakabva got his maiden 50 in one-day internationals and finally ended up with his highest score in one-day internationals, which was an unbeaten 78 of 101 deliveries, which included 5 boundaries. So good job by Regis Chakabva. Also Peter Moore also was the one who could up the tempo when Regis Chakabva was really playing a very compact innings and making sure that Zimbabwe would be winning this match. Irvine was out for 13 of as many balls with 2 4. Sean Williams for 17 of 20 deliveries, 2 4s, and Sikandar Raza was out for 11 of 18 deliveries, 185 for 4, and as I said, was decided by the Duckworth Lewis method, and Zimbabwe were the victors. Now, if you look at the bowling card there for the United Arab Emirates, very quickly, it was 2 for 38 for Rohan Mustafa, 1 for 40 for Imran Haider. And I don't have time to really get into the bowling figures here, unfortunately. So I have to really put a sort of a stop on this cricket show for today. I hope you all enjoyed this cricket broadcast with more Indian Premier League matches which are slated to happen on the weekend in the Indian Premier League. I'll be up with that as well, and with any cricket news which comes. But well, if at all I'm missing something on this cricket show, you can always go into my Twitter page, which is always full of cricket tweets. As you know, it's full of cricket tweets. So you can go there, hook on, and be a follower on my Twitter. Thanks for your company and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. This is your host Ram, bidding you all a very good night.